Fala aí pessoal, sejam todos bem-vindos a mais uma edição do nosso e vosso Podcast Pró Desporto. Eu sou o Avelino Chiala e estou aqui acompanhado do Jonathan Timóteo. Hoje estamos num cenário diferente, estamos no Epixana, que está aqui a acolher ou alojar algumas figuras, uma delegação ligada à Federação Internacional de Judo, e este é o motivo que nos trouxe até aqui, que vamos falar sobre o judo. Temos duas figuras muito importantes e mediáticas no mundo do judo e vamos ter o privilégio de conversar com elas, né? Elas não falam português, então essa vai ser a nossa primeira entrevista em outra língua. Eu vou passar agora para o inglês, vou dar o meu melhor e para que eles possam perceber, né? So today we have the privilege of welcoming two special guests who are leaving a strong mark on the development of sport and judo around the world. So she is a 6-time world champion, 5 times European champion, and Olympic gold medalist. And he is a key figure in the International Judo Federation, responsible for media and humanitarian projects that bring the spirit of judo to the communities in need. So over the past 2 days, they were in Angola sharing knowledge, values, and unforgettable moments with athletes, coaches, children, and sport leaders. So Clarisse Agbenenou, sorry, and Nicholas Messner, thank you for joining us, and let's talk about your visit in Angola, and it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, it's a pleasure too.
Please, how do you pronounce your name? Sorry?
Agbenenou.
Agbenenou. Okay, thank you very much. So first, Clarisse, you're now wrapping up a short but intense stay in Angola. How would you describe these 2 days here?
How I describe these 2 days, I'm really happy that I could come in here in Angola. I could go to the clubs, I could see the young generation, and also that I could practice judo with them, show them some values, and I was really happy to just share judo with them.
Okay.
Nice. This is for Clarisse and Nicholas. I was joking with Nicholas, saying that he already knows Portuguese these few days that he's been here in Rwanda. Can you just say hi in Portuguese to our...
Bom dia.
Bom dia.
and don't ask me, I mean, much more than that. Muito obrigado, boa noite. But that's it.
Okay. That's enough. Until now, what has surprised you the most since you came to Angola? About the sports, about the culture, what surprised you the most?
There are many things that surprised me. There are things that I knew about judo in Angola or judo in Africa because I've been traveling in many countries over the continent. But I feel that the passion, the commitment of those young people that we were with on the tatami was exceptional. And they love judo, obviously, and they want to know, to learn more, to discover more. And so that was really impressive for me. And talking about the city, because we haven't seen much of the country, which is huge. But speaking about the country, the city, the capital, Luanda, I'm really pleased with the state of the city. It's clean. It looks safe. At least what we saw. I saw a lot of people smiling, just being happy to be there. I saw people in the street. I mean, I've never seen in my life that they were just saying hi to me, and that was really nice. So a really positive feeling.
Nice. Before Evelyn advances, so Clarisse, someone told us that you speak Spanish, so if you prefer...
pouco português ou pouco Spanish?
Okay, if you prefer to...
It's up to you.
It's up to you to
Posso
speak.
falar português por pouco.
Okay.
Okay. So then,
What image did you have of Angola before arriving, and what image are you taking from Angola now?
Actually, I didn't have any image. Like what I know from Africa is my home country, Togo. After I knew, okay, Angola, because I have an uncle who is Togolese and
Okay.
Angola, from Angola, and he said, oh, it's beautiful country, one day you have to come. I knew that they talk Portuguese, but no more. And when I came, I was like, wow, okay, it's Africa, but they are still different, because in Togolese is not this developed. And here in Angola you have a lot of development. In judo, you have like huge judokas. They can do a lot of things. They know judo. And for me, when I say, okay, I come to Africa and I will try to do judo here, I was like, okay, it's going to be maybe difficult. And no, in Rwanda, they are really strong and really good. Even technically, they are good. And when they can organize one competition like this, I was like, okay, really surprised of Africa. I know that Africa has a lot of good athletes. They are really strong. But here in Rwanda, in judo, they are good.
yeah. So Nicholas, you've been to other African countries. How does the atmosphere compares to the judo atmosphere in Angola?
What I saw here, as I mentioned earlier, is that the passion, the commitment, the number of judokas is quite impressive. But I also know, I mean, for instance, neighboring Zambia, and I found a lot of things in common, judo-wise, or with that passion. I saw other places in Africa when you have smaller number of judo people, but in the end, big numbers, small numbers, it's the passion of people, the love they have for the sport, and all the efforts they do to practice the sports, even if they don't have the means, even if it's sometimes difficult, even if they have to struggle, they just love being on the mat and being with friends, and I mean enjoying the sport, enjoying the friendship, enjoying the support from one another. And I didn't know obviously Angola before. I didn't know what to expect, but what I found is that kind of spirit that I find in many places in Africa. It concerns judo, it concerns the sport, but not only. It goes far beyond that. There is also an atmosphere, a feeling of the people. As I said, I mean, like I see people in the street who never ever saw me in their life, and who will probably never see me again, and still they are polite, they are smiling, they are welcoming, and that's just amazing for me.
Okay. That's good. Clarisse, tell me something. As champion, as a world champion and gold medalist, Olympic gold medalist, and with African roots, do you feel like you how can I say it? Do you feel responsibility when visiting African countries?
Yes, of course, I do. Most of the time, I was like, okay, we have to go in Africa to help. And in Togo, I go often. When I was young, I was going there until 15.
Okay.
And after, with judo competition, I didn't have time. And I went back with my family, with my baby, in October. And I said, I need to go back every 2 years when I go. And I want my baby to see my origin, where I come from, and where I have my energy and my strength is because of there in Africa. And I was all the time telling myself, I need to go in Africa and help, to share, okay, because it's where I come from. The spirit is coming from Africa, so I need to help them. And when I came here, is what I said to my friend. They say, "Oh, how is Rwanda?" I say, "I feel at home." And they say, wow. I say, yeah, I feel at home. I say, yes. I don't understand what you say. I say, I feel home. I'm really proud to be here. And even today, when I finished the camp, I was like, oh, I will go back and I will not be it's not that I'm not at home in France. I'm at home. It's my home. I have all the culture there. But I say, I will miss my brother and sister.
Nice. Yeah. So for Nicholas, how do you see the role of the top athletes like Clarisse of promoting inspiration and to this humanitarian missions that you have?
You just say the word inspiration. That's really it for me. Having someone like Clarisse, 6 times world champion, 3 times gold medalist at the Olympic Games in individual and teams, 5 times European champion, and I'm not even counting all the Grand Prix and Grand Slams and Masters and whatever other events. So if she would put all her medals around her neck, she would just go down. Having someone like her, top level, not just top level, super top level, but seeing her on the tatami or walking in the streets, interacting with people, so humble, so at the same level of anyone, I'm not sure that many sports, many other disciplines can offer that. And that's what we can offer with judo, because we have all those values, all that moral code and so on. And then watching her on the mat with cadets, so young athletes who have their future ahead of them. Some will be champions, some will be coaches, some will be referees or sports leaders. And she's at the same level. Even being at that super high level in terms of results, she's just like anyone on the mat and ready to share what she knows, what she believes in, and what she feels, what she loves. And that immediately when you see the eyes of the people on the mat, you can feel that they capture that vibration, that vibes. And that's what inspiration is for me. Maybe, probably, for sure, some of those young judoka who are on the mat today, we will see them in the future at the African level, at the world level, and all of them will remember that day when they were on the mat with Clarisse. So that's what we want to give them, to make them understand that they can dream, they have to dream, and they must understand that their dream can become true. Because that's what happened also to Clarisse. She had a dream, and she made it. So it's possible.
Yeah, that's nice. Clarisse, what message did you try to pass to the young boys and girls you met in Angola?
I think the message that we wanted to pass is that they have to believe on themselves. They have to work. They have to be on time, because we know it's the only, but the problem in Africa, we are okay, everything is cool. We will take time, but sport, you need to be on time. You need to be selfish sometimes. You need to understand that you have some rules, routine, and this is, I think, really difficult to have, and especially from the youngest, cadet, junior, but they have to learn how to fight and have the fight spirit. They have this, but really all the time. It's going to be hard. Top level is really hard. They cannot just win and say, okay, it was easy, it's impossible. So they have to learn how to have this difficult discipline. So I think that is what we wanted to teach them today, and also to say also to the coach that they need to help them. So if they want to help them, they need to learn themselves also how to prepare a season, have a program schedule for the kids, and then to bring them to have a better situation.
Yeah. For Nicholas, once again, in your experience, what's the long-term value for this kind of visits for a country like Angola?
One of the main values that we have in judo is respect. That's the main one, I would say. But we have also friendship, which is really important, honor, politeness, self-control. But going back to respect, it has different dimensions. It's first of all respect for yourself. You must respect yourself. And it comes, for instance, coming clean on the mat, because you are interacting with other people and you don't want other people, to fight with someone who is not clean. So it's self-respect for who I am and what I'm capable of. Respect for the place. We have to respect the place where we practice, because we are not alone. We are sharing that space with somebody else, and we need to create, and we want to create a safe space, especially when you have issues in life. The refugees that I can meet in refugee camps, they went through traumas, and we need to offer them a place that is safe, where they feel safe. So we have to respect that place. We have to respect the coach, the teacher, because if he says something, if he asks something, is because he knows what can be good for myself. Then we need to respect the partner in training and the opponent in competition, because we are not enemies. We are fighting. It's a fighting sport. It's still a fighting sport, but with values. It means that I cannot bite, I cannot scratch, I cannot, that's not what it is. And there is a lot of rules, but there is also a huge amount of freedom when you practice judo. But that freedom is framed, because without the freedom, it becomes anarchy, and everybody can do whatever he wants. That's not the point. I'm free. I can go left, I can go right, I can go backwards, forwards. So I have that freedom, but that freedom works because I'm playing with the freedom of somebody else. And philosophically speaking, deeply speaking, it's very important. Also, for instance, we have to respect also for the equipment, because judo is one of the only sport, if not the only sport, where my own equipment, my judo gi, the judo outfit, is not made for myself. It's made for my opponent. So, because my opponent grabs me, and I grab him or her, and it's really important. It's symbolically, it's something really deep, because I give weapons to my opponent to defeat me, and he gives me weapons to defeat him. And then it's freedom, but it's also a lot of responsibility. I have to respect him, because if I injure my opponent, then I cannot practice anymore. And it's vice versa. So respect is, for me, the core value. And of course, what we learn on the tatami, that respect, that is a value that we can bring outside in the society. Because we don't bring judo technique outside of the tatami. We're not allowed to do that. In my country, in our country, if I'm caught in a fight, I give you an example, and it's proven that I use a judo technique, I'm the one going to jail.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Because I'm a black belt, I'm responsible of what I'm doing. I cannot use it outside of the dojo, but the respect I have to bring it outside the dojo. I have to bring it to society. That's what judo teaches us. So yeah, respect, definitely the core value.
Just a question, even if it was in self-defense?
Yes.
Yes.
Even.
Yes.
Even.
That's in the law. For instance, when you become a black belt in France, the black belt is given by the federation, but it's under the responsibility of the Minister of Sport.
Okay.
So under the responsibility of the state, so the state, the Minister of Sport doesn't know how to give you a black belt, but it's his responsibility. So when you're a black belt, you cannot just show off and say, hey, I'm a black belt, I can do whatever I want. No, you have duties, and you cannot just do whatever you want.
Okay.
It's really, really, it's inscribed in the law.
Considered like a weapon.
Yeah.
It's pity sometimes, because you want to just defend yourself, but it's not possible with judo.
Okay. Nice. Clarisse, Nicholas just spoke about your medals, all your medals, and I want to know, after achieving so much, achieving everything in judo, what's still driving you to keep competing and training every day?
I think most of all is that I feel still good and in shape. So I feel that my career is not finished. And also because okay, I lost. It's a big word, but I lost in Paris Olympic Games. I had bronze medal, and I want to finish with a gold medal. So I will do some more years to finish in a gold medal before I leave. Like I want to finish on the top level. I don't know if I can reach it, but I will do everything to reach it anyway.
Yeah. No, you said you lost. Just looking. Okay, give me that medal.
I know.
Just give me that medal. Yeah. Now, for Nicholas again, you led humanitarian initiatives in many countries. Could you give us an example of a country where these initiatives just bring some changes to the country?
Oh, I was mentioning earlier Zambia, because that's where we started some initiatives in 2014, 2015. So we started in Meheba refugee camp, which is at that time was like 12 or 13 hours by road from Lusaka. Now I know the road is a little tiny better, but it's still a few hours to get there. It just changes everything. It just changes everything sometimes for just a handful of people, but most of the time, way more than that. Because once again, it brings the values inside a group that went through trauma. So every time we do judo with those children, with those young people, there is an immediate impact. With the respect I was mentioning earlier, with the friendship, with the capacity of people to live together again. When you go to a refugee camp like Meheba or Mayukwa, also in Zambia, or Dzaleka in Malawi, Tongogara in Zimbabwe, etc., you meet people that some of the time fought before, were in conflict in their own country. And now they're living together in the same place, and they have to live together. There is no other option. And judo is not the solution. It's not the sport or the activities that will solve everything in the world. I mean, we would know it already. But it can bring something to young people. It can help them to understand that they have no other option than to live together, to grow together, and that there are differences between people, but differences are not a weakness. Differences are a strength. And you are different than me, she's different than me, and I'm different than you. And what? We are human beings, and we were born, we will die one day. That's the only thing we're sure of. Right. And why do we, look for problems? Why do we go into conflicts when the only thing would be to make sure that we can live as long as possible in good health, in good shape, and respect each other? And I love differences. I don't want to erase any difference. I love that. I love to be different. I love people to be. I don't want everyone to be like me, and I don't want to be like anyone. I don't want to be a sheep in a big group of sheep and going in all the same directions and so on. No, I want to have my freedom, my life, and I think once again that's what through judo we can teach to young people. So it goes far beyond the sport. I was talking about that freedom. I can go right, left, but it's framed. Otherwise, it's anarchy. So it's not that I can do whatever I want. No, because I'm not living alone in my world. I live with people. I live in society. But by learning respect, politeness, friendship, etc., and by being proud of my differences and of my strengths, then we can live better together. I don't care if people have a different religion than my religion. I don't care if people have a different skin color than I have. I was born like that. I cannot change it anyway. So I have to live with it. But I want also people to live with their differences, their strengths, and what they love. And I will always respect it. They can believe something which is totally different than what I believe in. But that's their culture, that's their history, that's their families, and so on. And who am I to disregard that or to say that, no, that's not, I don't care, or I can disagree. I can still disagree, but respectfully.
Clarisse, you are a global role model, especially for young women. Do you feel some kind of pressure, and how do you deal with that?
Actually, I don't feel any pressure because I do this for myself first.
Okay.
I didn't decide to be a role model. I become one because of what I did for myself. And I think that every person needs a hero, let's say. And it's not that I wanted to be. And with the time, it was like, wow, she did it, she did that. And so what? We can do it. And I want this little girl, this woman, like really think and really do what they want to do. That they need to be free. They need to have people around them who can help them. And as a mother now, is even more. I'm even more a role model because I'm a mother. I came back for another Olympic Games. I want to be another mother to come back with another Olympic Games. And I'm like, okay, all the time they are like, wow, it's unbelievable how you can manage, how you can do it, how you can, I don't know, I also breastfeed. Everything was like, wow, it's just crazy. But I just want to show and I want the women to trust themselves, because women, when they are trusting themselves, they are super strong, and I want them to explore this on them.
Okay.
That's wonderful, Nicholas. Just crossing. Is there any long-term plan from the International Judo Federation for these humanitarian programs in Africa? Is Angola part of the plan?
It's definitely a long-term project. When we are talking about education, and here it's about education that we're talking about, it's always long-term. It takes time. It takes energy, it takes time, it takes means, money, and so forth. So it's never, and personally speaking, but also our organization, the International Judo Federation, doesn't think into one-shot initiatives. So we're not going to one place and say, oh, look, we are so good, we are so great, look what we've done, and then nothing happens. So the project in Zambia, the project in Malawi, Zimbabwe, have been running for many years already. And we already see also the fruits of those projects. Some of the refugees that were in the camps started with judo and became coaches. And now they can take care of other refugees. Now, because they are judo people, they can travel. At the beginning, some of them were traveling to Meheba refugee camp to Lusaka, but that was already a big step for them. Now we are also planning to organize like festivals, judo festivals, when we can gather together many refugees from different places, and they will be able to travel because they are judo people. So that's the key to open the door. So it's definitely a long-term project. Coming to Angola, it's my first time here. I've seen great judo. I've seen great commitment, great love for the sport. I'm pretty sure that at one point there might be initiatives that will include Angola, especially because all the Southern African region, there are initiatives that are growing cross-border. I mentioned Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe. We are talking about Botswana. We have a project in South Africa. So now there is no reason that at one point Angola won't be added on the map. So we'll see. We'll discuss it, and we'll see in the future what's going on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that at one point there will be something.
Okay. Our followers will comment a lot at the page of the International Federation. Just come to Angola.
Yeah. We are good at it. Clarisse, you said before that you want to compete one more Olympic game at least. I want to know if you have any plan to stay involved in judo after your competitive career is over.
Actually, I don't really know if I don't want to be coach. I rather like now if they take me for a masterclass, this is more interesting for me, because when you are a coach, you are working for someone. I don't want to work for someone because I'm different. I do different things, and I just like to share what I love. And I don't want someone to tell me you need to do this and teach them what I tell you. I can't. So when I do the masterclass, Nico and I, we are just okay. We will do this. Okay, we just do. We give our heart and we do what we love, and this is perfect for me. And for sure that even before Olympic Games, I started now doing masterclass everywhere in the world. Now in Africa, if they call me, of course I'm gonna say yes, I'm here and I want to help. And after, if they call me more after my career, I will have even more time. So this is not a problem for me. It's gonna be a real pleasure.
Okay.
Once again, for Nicholas, in your practical perspective, what Angola needs to do to solidify this connection with the International Judo Federation?
Angola Judo Federation is already well connected with the International Judo Federation and with the African Judo Union as well. Right. Like the competition that we had over the past days before the seminar, the masterclass, was an African competition. So it was under the auspices of the African Judo Union. So the connection exists already and is already strong. Of course, we can always do better. We can always reinforce it, and we will do that. What needs to be done, generally speaking, Judo, the Judo family, what we call the Judo family, which is huge, millions of people around the world. So we have a huge family, a lot of brothers and sisters. We walk on two legs. One leg is the sport, like the competition we had, like the masterclass that we had. The other leg is education, all the project, all the development. And you cannot walk on one leg. We need the two legs, and we need them to work together, one step at a time. And but also the two legs are feeding one another, because the more you have people practicing, the more you have people educated, the more you have an impact on society, but the more also you can detect talent, and talent that will become champions. But you can also detect teachers that will be teachers for champions, but also teachers in judo clubs for children, or young adults, or veterans. So we are working on two legs. And I think that what is important for Angola in the future is to make sure that those two legs are really working together. I'm not saying it's not the case. Right. That's not my point. But the point is that if we want to increase, if we want to improve, we have to walk on two legs, and step by step, we have to start running, right, and running and running. And I think that's it looks a little bit symbolic what I'm saying, but that's the idea. So make sure that we increase the educational potential, so we have more and more children that are going and coming to judo. It's just great. It's fun. I mean, if I'm a child, and we were children at one point in our lives, I mean, I enjoyed judo when I was a child. That was so much fun. I could go on the mat and I could do things that I was not allowed to do outside. I could grab the judo gi, the judo suit, and pull it and push it. If I would do that outside, I mean, my parents or the teacher would just jump on me and say, "No, you cannot do that." Yeah. I can hold down someone. I can throw someone. Wow, that's so much fun. and
to get thrown.
Yeah. So for a child, it's unbelievable. What the child doesn't understand immediately is that by doing that, he learns values. So we have to convince also the parents. If your child does judo, he will become someone better. For sure. That's guaranteed. We cannot guarantee that he will become a champion. Nobody can guarantee that. But we can guarantee that they will become better people because of those values. Then we need to convince the teacher at school. If your pupils do judo, we can guarantee there will be more focus at school. They will get better results, because we have the stats. It's a reality. Okay. I mean, children that are spending their energy on the tatami learn how to channel it and learn how to use it the proper way.
Someone just said the same thing a few weeks ago. about jiu-jitsu. But
Yeah,
it's a martial arts.
martial arts,
in general.
martial
Yeah.
arts, and definitely, I mean, it works. It works, and so that's what we need to do here in Angola and anywhere in the world. That more people practice the sport, more people are concerned by the values, and in a society where, especially in our Western societies, where less and less people are active, they prefer to be in front of a screen. I mean, they have strong thumbs, like on their phone. But I mean, it doesn't help. To be healthy. So we need to push that, and because we're pushing that, we will detect talent. We will detect the future Clarisse, and that's we can guarantee. We don't know where she is yet, for the moment here, and for a few more years, but new Clarisses are out in the street.
Yeah.
And we know that. I have a really short example, which is not from here in Africa, it's in Asia. In 2013, I went to do a judo clinic out in the wilderness in Mongolia. When I'm saying out in the wilderness, it was really the case. In the middle of the steppes, I mean, nothing, just muttons and sheep and stuff. And I did a judo session, not on a tatami because they had no tatami, with kids. And one of those kids had no judo gi. So I offered some judo gi offered by the International Judo Federation. It was the first time that she was practicing judo. I was the first white guy that she saw in her life. That girl, from 2012 to 2013, became world champion last year.
Wow.
In Abu Dhabi. And a few weeks later, she was a silver medalist in Paris Olympic Games. That's what we can do. That's what we will do. And that's what I'm saying, walking on your two legs, that's what it means. Education, development, values, better society, but also sports results.
They can make a good use of these strong thumbs by just grabbing the gi.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, from both of you, what message do you like to pass to the young Angolan athletes who dream of greatness but face daily challenges?
I think we said a lot, but what I know from Africa is that I really want to tell them that it's not going to be easy, because the problem is, okay, the material, the judo gis, money is really difficult. The education, going to school, our parents always say go to school, because it's like this that you can really go out of the crisis. But for real sports, I also guaranteeing you a certain consistency in life, values. And it's really important to also put your energy away than just in school or in your house. So sport is an education. So do sport, believe in yourself. Everyone cannot be like champion, it's not possible, but for sure they will be champion of life, champion with each other. So continue, and you will see that in one day, all your work, all your efforts gonna become something.
Nice.
Of course, I totally agree. No, I disagree actually. No, what I can say or what I can add is that by doing judo, by practicing judo, you will learn skills for life. One example, falling down. I mean, once you learn how to fall down and not to get hurt, then you can use that anywhere. Kids in the schoolyard, when they're playing soccer or whatever, and they fall down, if they know how to fall down and not to get hurt, that's already a skill for life. And when you grow up, you become an adult, and then you become an old person, you also fall down. And if you know how to fall down without getting hurt, it can also help a lot. So that's the kind of skills for life.
In judo, that's the first lesson, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what that's what you learn. And the one who falls down learn how to fall down, and the one who throws learn how to hold down to make sure that you're not injuring your opponent or your partner. So you will learn skills for life. We cannot guarantee that someone will become a champion. That's fake news, lies. It's impossible. Even if you have the best talented judoka in front of you, you cannot guarantee that he or she will get a medal at the Olympic Games or the World Championships. But you can make everything possible for that to happen. And when it happens, then it's fantastic, amazing, beautiful. I can also guarantee something, that by practicing judo, you will be transformed in a positive way.
Physically, mentally?
At all level. I can talk about myself in a way. My dream was to go to the Olympic Games and the World Championships. I did train for 8 years at the top level to reach that top level, which Clarisse reached. And I didn't. Was it a failure? Yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats, yes, I don't have my name on the prize list. I don't consider it as a failure. Not at all, not a single second. First of all, because I had a dream and I did everything possible to reach the dream. Not all the dreams can come true. And what? Am I disappointed? I am angry at that? No, because I've learned so much. I traveled the world. I went to Japan to train 2 times. That was an amazing experience. I learned how to suffer. I can tell you that in Japan you suffer. And but that's also a skill for life. And today I'm going to the Olympic Games, all of them, and to the World Championships, all of them. So now, I mean, at my age, I don't really care. I don't have regrets, because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be here at all. So, yeah, medals is fantastic. And I admire Clarisse for what she did and what she's doing. It's amazing, because I know what it means to get there. And but it's not the end. And that's also something I can guarantee to any judo people or any sportsman. If you do something, if you commit to something, it will transform you. And it will change your life. Where would I be without judo? Probably somewhere else, not here. But what I know is that judo took me here. And that makes me happy. That's it. So I was a young judoka. I was a young competitor. I was an athlete. I was high-level athlete, let's call it that way. Then I became a teacher. Then I became a teacher of teachers. Then I integrated the International Judo Federation. I'm in charge of the media. I'm also a photographer. I can still, shoot pictures all over the world thanks to judo. I'm involved with development activities. I can pass on a message. I can spend hours on the mat with amazing people like Clarisse. Right. What else can I ask? Nothing. I've got everything. I'm a happy man. And thank you, judo.
Yes.
And now you're passing the knowledge to all the younger generation. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And a question for both of you again. So, can you expect seeing you back in Angola in the near future?
I hope so.
I really hope so. We have to.
Nice.
There is always a first time for everything. But a first time, most of the time, leads to a second time. Yes. And sometimes a third time. So, who knows?
Who knows? I'll wait. Okay. Well, Clarisse and Nicholas, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to speak with both of you. And a pleasure and an honor to speak with both of you. And I hope you enjoyed your stay here in Angola.
Yes.
And Nicholas already said that Angola is treating him very well. So it's good to know.
Muito obrigado. I'm showing off a bit.
It's good.
Right? Nicholas 1, Clarisse 0.
You know, yesterday I did an whole interview in Portuguese.
Really?
I tried to. But it's okay.
Oh, you were in television yesterday, right?
Yes. You heard my Portuguese?
A little bit.
Okay.
I heard a little bit, yeah. Okay, so thank you very much once again. Okay.
Merci beaucoup.
Ao pessoal que está lá em casa, muito obrigado por nos ter assistido. Não esqueçam de nos seguir nas redes sociais, podcast _Pró Desporto, Instagram e TikTok, Pró Desporto no X ou Twitter, e sigam-nos também no YouTube, youtube.com/multisons. Obrigado aí, estamos juntos, até a próxima semana.